First of all, I gotta ask, what's up with your posse back there?
Well, I think wrestlers are just wild. Maybe a little.
Homecoming, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, congratulations, first of all. I understand that it took quite a bit of arm twisting to get you to St. John's. Why was that?
Well, when I made my visit to St. John's, I was very impressed with everything I saw, with one exception, and that was the St. John's wrestling program. At that point in time, they had a history of mediocrity, but what I didn't know is that new head coach Terry Haws was about to turn that around. So off I went. I visited several other colleges, and I made my decision that it would be Winona State. Now, Winona State was known as a party school back then. So my parents were not exactly thrilled with that choice, but it was my choice, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, it was. So late that summer, my dad called up Terry Haws, and they put together a plan to try to get me to change my mind. Now, I can't remember all these years later what that plan was, but it worked. I changed my mind, and 2 weeks later, I was up here at St. John's as the new freshman Johnny.
And the rest is history.
It was a great time in my life. Thank you for my parents, and thank you for Terry Haws.
Back in '72, if you can remember. On your road to the national championship in '72, apparently you had to wrestle a semifinal match twice. I mean, we're not talking wrestlebacks here, or are we?
No, and that had never happened in the history of the tournament before. But it was kind of going from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows in just a few minutes. After working my way through a number of rounds in the tournament, I got to the semifinals, and I was facing the same wrestler that I lost to the year before in the semifinals. So this time, though, I won 7-6. But about 15 minutes later, I was approached by a tournament official who told me to stay in the uniform and stay in the arena. Apparently, the coach on the other team was protesting to the tournament's grievance committee, claiming there was an error made in the scoring of that match. So what seemed like an agonizing long time, the decision finally came down, saying that we had to re-wrestle the entire match. That was devastating, to think you had something you worked so hard for, and now it's gone. It was really very difficult.
Did Terry say anything? I mean, how did he get you into the mindset then to go back out there and win again?
Well, unfortunately, Terry had a heart attack before the national tournament, so I was on my own. So
how did you do it?
Well, I walked outside for a few minutes, caught a little fresh air, and then went back in, and we had at it. Fortunately, this time I rose to the occasion, and I won by a score of 6-3. And then it was off to the finals against the defending national champion.
Well, congratulations. That's a great. That's awesome. So, while you were here at St. John's, you started on a team which started to win some championships. What was that like? Because you guys went back junior and senior year. You guys were MIAC champions. Felt like you were probably building a pretty nice, not franchise, but a pretty nice dominating program, yes.
Right. I feel fortunate that my time here at St. John's was during a time period that I always refer to as the Terry Haws era. Terry was a great coach, but he only coached here for 6 years until he passed suddenly from a heart attack at only 49 years old. But during his 6 years here, he led the program from obscurity to national prominence. Under his leadership, we won 4 straight MIAC titles, 2 National Catholic College titles, and set an all-time national record for the most consecutive dual meet wins in a row. And I think that still stands today as the third highest ever in any division. Now, a key component to that rise was my brother Tom. Tom was a state champion in Minnesota, and when he joined the St. John's wrestling team, he made an immediate impact. When his career was over, he was one of the most accomplished athletes in St. John's history. He was a 3-time MIAC champion, a 3-time National Catholic College champion, and a 3-time All-American. So for me to have him as a workout partner every day made a huge difference in any success I had in wrestling. Now, Tom also died of a heart attack 5 years ago. So I have no doubt, though, that Tom and Terry would be very, very proud that I'm sitting up here tonight.
As they should be, as we all are.
I only wish that they were here to share this honor with me.
Well, congratulations. You are the newest member of the Hall of Honor. Thanks for coming up.
Thank you very much.